Once again, we're live. Let's have the attention where we last left, is looking like for part three, it's January, ending the holiday season. Things are revving up. We heavy in the financial support in this type conversation. And mhm, okay, we ended the holiday season. Let's see what's brewing for January. Please address the lease. What lease? Surely they aren't living together. She, per our text messages, which I will include in this message, please sign the appropriate paperwork to take your name off the lease. Oh my goodness, will you please stop with the games? I'm getting so exhausted, she says. You were pushing to get this done, and now because you got approved for an apartment, you don't want to sign it. Sign the papers. Seems to always be some gap in the information, but no problem. She continues, thanks for completing the document. Some issue with the past lease. Let's get back to the children. That's the fun part. Okay, the very next one, keeping the kids. She, I have to attend several conferences to present, and I will need you to keep the kids during those times. She says, February 21 through 23, March 5 through 8. Will you be able to do it? Now, pausing here to speak on behalf of fathers, dads alike. Who is she talking to? Who is she asking to keep? Will somebody be able to keep their children? He doesn't reply for some reason, probably the same reason I have questions about. Who's asking somebody to keep their children so they can go for a conference? Because the other parent's unemployed, yeah? We remember. Let's see. Weekend visitation. He doesn't reply to the other thing. She, as communicated last Thursday, who talks like that? You were going to pick the kids up on Friday and bring them to school on Monday. After receiving you text that they won't be coming to school this morning, I need to know why. What's going on? That was not part of the agreement, and you never communicated with me anything different. Communication is key! Exclamation point. She puts, it's not okay for them to miss school unless an emergency or otherwise agreed upon. Now, I don't know where my kids are or what they are doing. It's imperative that you communicate with me ASAP! Exclamation point. Imperative. Communicate. Wow. Is this what people are into? All right. Okay, this one is, uh, okay, we jump right into the next one. He doesn't reply to the last one. Doesn't look like he's replied to this one, but I have asked and requested that you do your part with the kids, both financially and physically. Now, now, if we go and read or put in the headphones and just take a long run and listen to parts one and two. We're only on part three, and I think there's been financial and physical contact between the he and the little people, and seems he was doing it and then wasn't, and then was requested to start again and then wasn't. Let's see. She, you have not offered one dime towards the well-being of the kids since August. Thought he was on child support, and you barely get them on visitation times. Because he moved to Atlanta, right? I have also asked if you would help and take her to school when I'm sick or out of time for work, but you refuse. What? Man, hold up. She said, she wrote, I have also asked if you would help and take the, probably them, to school when I'm sick or out of time for work, but you refuse. Kind of fairy tale. The only time you keep them longer than asked when was when your girlfriend and son was in town, and on the day you did it without my permission. They missed school. I've run out of options. Please communicate with one of the little people, same as you do when I take you to court. Wow. She said, wait a minute. I've run out of options. Please communicate with one of the little people, same as you do when I take you to court. Let him know that his mom gave his dad many options to support him before she took you to court. And no, it's not because I've tried, but you've left me no choice. Hold up. Looks like her tried was, I guess sometimes at some point she was sick or didn't have time for work, and he didn't take her up on the visiting hours, or wasn't visiting hours. It's just something she created because she was out of time for work or sick. That's wow. He didn't respond. Damn, that's wow. So explain to the kid when you talk to him on the same day as the court dates. That's wild. We are going. This this is going great. God is great. That's the message to most dads. The message to all dads is God is great. Uh, Here we go. Please keep your visitation It is important to it is important to communicate about visitations. I will no longer adhere to visitations. Is this an admission? I'm done and I'm sick of it, she writes. I need to see you in court about both money and visitation. All you had to do was communicate with me. Message to his parents. He was supposed to pick her. She's writing a message to his parents in this as if they're going to see it. Well, in case they see it now, here it is. He was supposed to pick the kids up Friday, didn't come. Texted said something came up and he would pick them up Sunday night. It's Monday. He said he would come get them. Again, no show. He wouldn't even communicate with me or let me know what's going on. I had plans to leave and now we'll be out of money. I'm so tired of this type of stuff. So the kids will be with me for the duration of spring break. I will not be jerked around anymore. I really wish he would have responded here because I want to know what's going on. Why didn't he get them for the spring break? What's happening? Hmm. Okay. Quarter of the communication. Okay. He writes, hey, what happened? We need to see the dates. Okay, so the last session when she snapped off, it was about March. No, yeah, it was March. Dang. Hold on, we got a new situation. Wow, something drastic must have happened. This is March 18th. We don't get another message until January till January 19th. Look like she had it. What happened? Wow. Nonetheless, we have an opening message from he. He says, you are outside of the court order. Please discontinue texting my personal phone and use this channel of communication. So we're back. She, no problem. It was an initial emergency. However, please see one little person's school assignment due next week when she's with you. Attached assignment. Mm, this is dramatic. For the people involved, must be traumatic. Court, okay, this weekend, the 2 days later, okay, we're rolling. Please see little person's game information, she sends. Okay, we're gonna deduce from this to the dads. We go. We, this is where we stand. It seems she's primary, been primary. Now he's back getting having to receive information from the same source. This is the most foul system I've ever. It's hard to. It's hard to. It's hard to. We're not even dealing with that at this moment. Let's just keep going with the story. This is too much. Okay, so He does reply thanks for the schedule. Let's go on. Something about kids' uniform. Okay. Little person texts me to ask about their Monday uniform clothes. I assume you had purchased some uniforms for school. Please let me know if that's not the case. Thanks. P. They are closed on Mondays. These are school uniforms, not general clothing. This is the first week you had op- you had the opportunity to save the children from disciplinary action, but you opted out. Child support payments are going to you currently. Please start being responsible until the court order changes. Like, what is he saying? Like, buy school clothes if you're getting child support? What is he saying? That the store was closed on Monday? Wait, she sent the schedule. She sent two of the little people's schedule, but it doesn't say anything about no uniforms or no school list of supplies. Just some games. Something about some games. She again, according to the agreement you signed, you are responsible for all things they need. This was not your first week. You've had a couple of you've had a couple weeks to prepare. The uniform store was open during the weekend. No excuses. Again, if you need assistance, communication is the key. P. It's hard to understand your grammar. That's probably a shot. It's clear that you can't comprehend solution based approaches. No further communication is beneficial. She. You're sad. Logistics only, please. He. Have you turned yourself in yet? What? Let's go to the next one. I need to see what is happening. Okay, that was quick. Uh, his lunch account. This is tell me it ain't true. And there's a lot of communication on it. Well, I don't know if it's a lot. But she, how do you want to work out their lunch account? I usually put money on their accounts. They got books at the school. I usually put money on their accounts and then allow them to choose if they'll take lunch or not. I'm not sure what you will decide, but they have no money on their account for this week. I will attach the notice. This I just gotta call it. It's just too directly. It's just too main. I know the dads can see it. Isn't it really direct? Isn't it very to the point? Let me just read it again. How do you want to work out their lunch account? I usually put money on their accounts. So she says she usually put money on their account and then let them choose. She don't know what she doesn't know what what. I'm not sure what you will decide, but they have no money on their account for this week. I will attach the notice. He, the responsible thing to have done would be to allow transition time. You just received child support payments, but you allow your children to go to school without the correct uniforms and a negative lunch account. It's negative for them. I'm not sure I understand. Now they are calling each other Mr. and Miss, and I think it's unnecessary, but we don't know. Let's see. She, Mr. He, communication is the key. From what I understood is that you had everything under control. I emailed you the day after court with all the details. I assumed if you needed help or support, you would have contacted me. However, you have not reached out to me. I didn't allow them to do anything. They are in your care, and I assumed you could handle it. Please let me know if there can be any other assistance. Who talks like this? He, Miss She, I didn't see anything in this forum. It's uh, uh, it's all under control. This current and continued evidence of your unwillingness to assist the children for their benefit, not mine. Again, communication in this manner is not beneficial and is nonsensical. Now, either he's smart or trying to sound smart, or maybe he think he's smart. Let's see. She. First of all, my name is Miss She. Secondly, I messaged you Sunday night. My kids are always first. Now I'm going to say this at this point. If she got any other kids that's not his, she don't need to keep talking about it because that ain't his responsibility. Now, he living in the house or she's living in his house with the kids that that weren't born of his secret sauce. Then I mean, is it for her to keep yelling at him about what he not doing for them? Shouldn't she stick to and focus on his kids? Isn't that hard enough to deal with? Isn't it tough enough to get him to deal with his kids and not somebody else's, not hers? Let him try to figure out how to deal with his kids. Am I right, fathers? If you got other children in the house, you're responsible for them. Same as any of your children. But if people not in the house with you, I mean, there's only so far you can go. As a coach, you can't parent them while they're at home with their parents. You're not the parent. Let's see what he's. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we got it. Okay, no. She. First of all, my name is Miss She. Secondly, I messaged you on Sunday night. My kids are always first, but it's weird you would ask a mother who is horrible and negligent to come through and provide during your week on. However, I'm here. Didn't he just say? Didn't he just say it's all under control? Let's see. He. I hadn't asked you for anything. Okay, because I was about to. Again, you're confused. Please use your highest form of respect when communicating with me, or you will have to start communicating with me through some other means. You've met, so it shouldn't be a problem. Enjoy. Then he asked, are you doing okay? Which I don't think is genuine, but you never know. Just never know. Right now, I don't think it was. We'll see. Well, I think the question was legitimate. but the intention isn't direct. It wasn't the majority care. It's kind of like, you all right? What's going on? Let's see. That was just about a lunch account. It got wild. It got wild. Okay, This is February. We're talking about Christmas. Let's see what's happening. Miss She, please pack up little person's Christmas pajamas and anything else that they may have taken there and return it so that they may enjoy their things. Thank you for the communication. As a dad, I know about this one. As a dad, as a dad, she kept that stuff. That's what happened. And he asking for it on the low low. Matter of fact, he asking for it directly. It's the kids' things. It's not his that you can take away. You know what I'm saying? Oh my. Okay. We have the FYI little person's games. Uh, One more thing. Another FYI little person's games that we established earlier. Somebody was coaching. Anyway, we have a FYI and a thank you. That's reasonable. It's decently polite. Nothing wrong with that. Everything right with that. Uh-huh. Friday pickup. Mm. Wow, let's see. Whew. It always go down for a Friday pickup. Let's see. She, I have to go to the school and pick the kids up before, no, pick the kids up because whoever you asked is not authorized to pick them up. Oh, Lord. Like this. She, please communicate with champions if you would like someone else to pick them up. Please provide champions with the new court paperwork. I don't mind helping out. However, I would need communication. Seems she is begging to help, but is requiring. I mean, so she's not saying she's requiring the body, but it's being pressed like she's requiring the body. I don't mind helping out. However, I would need communication. Thanks for the communication, and here is a bit of clarity. Hmm. I have provided paperwork and communication to champions and XYZ school. The real issue is that you have everyone on high alert with the temporary restraining order against myself and others. So now it's coming out. Let's see. The school is confused and reluctant, as well the security staff and the administration, to which all are legitimately in danger of reprimand. If you would have communicated clearly the misrepresentation, these people and their livelihoods would have remained jeopardized, unjeopardized probably. Unfortunately, I hate when people use unfortunately. It's my opinion. You've created unnecessary dysfunction in an otherwise functional situation. People make mistakes, and with or without you showing up, her name was on the list. It was their error by their own admission. Wow. Glad you were off early that day to swing by at a moment's notice, because everyone knows traffic makes it an impossibility to get from where you work to there in that time frame any other way. Dang. In addition, I called and left a message early that same morning with the same details, and I called and a callback request for communication prior to any misunderstanding, to which, by their own admission, they failed again. Wow. So, so according, let's just keep going. I will continuously, I will not continuously take this much time and energy out of my busy schedule to write drawn out recaps of events that I am 100 times incapacity to handle, while you pretend that you need to advise me or insinuate that your help is needed or should be a request. Please don't take this as some angry response. If you can filter the message through beneficial emotions, I believe that you will see that I've stated only facts. In addition, I will request help from you at some point, but until, if you desire this level of communication, the level of base understanding has to be raised to a higher level. In conclusion, the, the help here would like something like you going to this school and setting them straight on current events from your previous undertaking. It is handled nonetheless, but I'm sure that would do more help than harm. Thanks. He. Wow. Wow. Was that 10 minutes? Either way, uh, uh, there's no reply. That was a Friday pickup. It went down. Returning items. He. Good day. Are you able to pack up the children's items that I've purchased that remain at your house, i.e., goggles, pajamas, Christmas gifts? It's, it's Black History Month. We talking about Christmas gifts. Basically, everything that you didn't buy, similar to the request you made, of course. You're here to help with communication, correct? Please respond with a time and date. He. Note, this is not for me, and there is nothing about non-compliance that will affect. This is about the children. Thanks for being decent. She. No problem. As I go through their things this week, I will pack all necessary items. There is no guarantee that all the things you have purchased in the past 2 years, i.e., goggles, swimsuit, toys, etc., are still in the children's possessions. However, I will do I will do my due diligence to ensure that all of your items are returned. I will bring all items to Little Person's game February 2 3. If you are unable to attend, I will send the items by our children March 1. Thanks in advance for returning Little Person's school shoes. He endured discipline last week due to improper shoes. His school shoes must be all black and no other colors. This is sad for these children. He, these are not my items. The kids, the children's items. Stay focused, relax, you got this. She, what SMH? Is it drama that you live for? I couldn't have been more clear cut and to the point. This will be the last time I engage in off color comments or unnecessary banter. Please reread the paragraph above in which I continuously refer to the children. I have no reason to keep any items that belong at your house. I wish you all the best. Nothing follows. We After school care, we are still in the Black History Month. She, due to some recent changes in my life, the kids will be using less of after school care. Therefore, you will need to pick up the cost on your weeks if you would like for them to continue on your weeks. After this Friday, you will be responsible for paying for after school care at Champions during your weeks if you so choose to have them participate. He, a lesson in communication. You need to be less assumptive. You are in no position to instruct me. As an example, this would have been sufficient. Friday will be the last day that I will pay for the after school that I needed for the children. Informative is your position, and that is what is appropriate and appreciated. Well, Londo, she didn't respond to that. Of course not. He tried to teach her. That's ludicrous. Let's see what happens for after school care. No say. I'm very concerned about little person's academics and social success. I have noticed that on the week in which you have them, little person is receiving discipline referrals. What's going on? Man, stop. Now, if he was late, if he was, you know, didn't have clean clothes, something that represented that, but come on, man. Nobody goes to school because they don't. Now, if he's cut class or, what I'm saying, left early, these are things that are results of not having supervision at home or can be different on standard, but not your behavior in class. Can't be a clown one week in the class. The teacher's the same, class is the same. It's ludicrous. What's going on? She asked. She, this has not been the pattern of little person's behavior or academics in the past. Please help me understand. Before I even read what I gotta say, take more than like you don't develop. You don't even. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Another fact, let me say this: you can't develop a problem right then in a week. It's week to week. Week. How many weeks has it been? Let's see. He can't see the action. What is it for? Looks like she sent some disciplinary notes from the school. He is being bullied at the school. What are you doing about it? He, a better ops. Wait, this is all he. He says, can't see the action. What is it for? He is being bullied at the school. What are you doing about it? A better observation would be whether or not all the kids are receiving discipline. But that would be noticeable if you were actually noting a different. Ooh, wait a minute. A better observation would be whether or not all the kids are receiving discipline. That would also represent, but that would be noticeable if you were actually noting a difference. Rather, your behavior is to hope for negativity when they are here. I'm assuming at his house for the week. Please attach all the other referrals from which you've noticed from the other weeks. Ooh, I get it. He's trying to see if this is they plan a weapon on him. or if it's legit. Oh man, they took us back. Okay, well, we had a good run. Now we got to get all the way back. Oh my God, 2020. We're in 18 still. No, we made it to, no, we're in 18 still. Okay, 20 minutes. Enough time to change the world. A lunch account. Returning some, yep. Okay, nope. After school, discipline. Oh, cell phones. Okay, last day of Black History Month. Whew. Oh my God, and it's late. She, I wanted to inform you that little person has not had his cell phone since this past Saturday. When I realized that his phone was connected to yours due to you texting me from his number late at night, I no longer felt comfortable with him having it. Probably some kind of family plan. It was evident that he had access to all of your text messages, pictures, etc. I'm not sure that's how that works, but many of which I found to be inappropriate in a grown man's phone. If left in his possession, he would have had a front row seat to the nasty and foul things that were said about his mother. I thought she was about to say some pictures. Some I could have sworn she was going to say some pictures and video. Anyway, he would have been able to witness explicit sexual references about his mom and the evasion of financial support from his dad for whatever reason. In addition, many of the photos that was in his phone were of women who were inappropriately dressed or not clothed at all. I mean, that's word to grown men. Why you being nosy? A fofo girl. I am sure you are as appalled as I am to know this. I am happy to provide any proof needed to be corroborated my findings to corroborate my findings if you are skeptical of my observations. Cousin, cousin about it with Mark Twain. Oh my God. What is it? Okay. I will return his phone to you in his backpack Friday without charge, without charge, in order for him to not have access. Oh, wait. I will return his phone to you in his backpack Friday without charge in order for him not to have access it until you can rectify the situation. I wish you nothing but the best. Going on vacation. I cannot wait to come to the place in our lives in which we focus on the success and stability of our children rather than the ugliness of our past. I am happy. I've moved on. I don't hate you or wish ill will on your life. It appears that you have moved on and you're very happy. That's amazing. I am only concerned about the physical, mental, and emotional health of our children. What about the spiritual? What about the financial? I mean, dads are concerned with all these things. I only have one question. No, she's she. I only have one ask. If you could do your best to shield our children from you and someone's true feelings about me, you asking to lie. No child should have to endure that level of disrespect to either of their parents. I will do the same for you. Now listen, in these last 20, we're going to talk about a few of these things about respect and disrespect, what they like to call in court disparaging words, disparaging actions. This has been a battle for a long time. I remember when they started talking about rap music, and one of the most intelligent and courageous rappers at the time spoke up and said, how is it we're being blamed and persecuted for audio when there's audio and visual? These are societal conditions, me- mental conditions. It's how, if you're in the military, you can go to sleep at a grenade range. It's a matter of psychological normalization. For the fathers, the amount of disrespect that we endure from the way that these people speak, their tone of voice, you know, the the words that they choose. It's not on accident. This gaslighting, all of the things that they cast on the dads, like trigger words, and you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying. Doesn't most adults? Everybody knows what's happening until it's time to be disrespectful towards a man who's interested in bringing up his children and having them not be a slave to anybody. But it seems we're going to need to hold the rest of our comments to the end of the series. This is just one case. Oh man, I look forward to reading the rest. No child should have to endure this level of disrespect to either of the parents. I am just praying daily that this craziness will end and we can just co parent. All caps, please. One day it will happen and I know it. One day. He, wow, that's all very interesting. Yes, send the pictures of these naked women. Wow, called a bluff, did he? Called a bluff, did he? For his sake, I hope he's a player. But if you don't got no naked women in your phone, I mean, that's cool too. That's cool. Yeah, send the pictures of these naked women. Even if so, I'm sure he didn't see them as he didn't mention anything. Good thing you were going through his phone. However, there is no situation to rectify. If there is an issue, don't wait a week to mention it. Now, did you tell him why his phone was taken? I haven't been able to contact them all week. Don't tell me your dad out here trying to contact his kids. He, you need to work on your communication skills. That's nothing you can say there to she. He, and FYI, I've been all about the success of them. Not sure why you are just making it. And no one cares about this book you texted in the wee hours of night. Yeah, somehow I don't think he's correct about that. Somebody care about that. Let's see if we get another 6 month gap in communication. 8 months, 2 years. You know how it go. 10 of them minutes left. Clarify spring break. She, I am in the process of scheduling things for March just for clarity. The kids will be with you next week and then spring break is the next. How do you want to plan it? Because if we leave it as is, you will have the kids 3 weeks in a row. Do you want to keep it like that or would you like to work out different plans? Now, this is good. Doesn't seem she's having a problem with him having the kids 3 weeks in a row, probably because they don't have to go to school. Oh no, they gotta go to school. Spring break is only 1 week. That would put them 2 weeks for school at his place where we just having this magical disciplinary problem. Only a month, only Black History Month. Matter of fact, this is 3-1. He, great question. First, are you able to bring their items as previously discussed? Wow, that hasn't happened. Let me know your availability. She doesn't reply. Let's see if she replies in the next one. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I need to know. I need to see. Good news, good news. Uh, Nothing. He, this is 365 days later. He, we already agree, so this is an easy one. Let me know if you'd like to sign. Looks like a bunch of documents. She downloaded a bunch of documents. This title, good news. There's two of them. She downloaded some documents but didn't reply. Let's see. Okay. He's nothing. He sent another message. Every time you try to mislead the courts and every time you are disrespectful of the judge with time, honor, and intelligence, you fail miserably. Check the dates, please. Sorry, you and your team don't act in the best interest of the children. She replies after downloading some documents that I can't see. Little person getting bullied is not him having discipline problems. You don't even know the background with little person and those girls. If you did, you would be approaching that situation differently. I allow you to lie in front of the judge every time because your lies will catch up with you, she says. And my bulldog will be taking it from there. I'm guessing that's her attorney. Who talks like this? Let's go back. I will allow you to lie in front of the judge every time because your lies will catch up with you. And my bulldog will be taking it from here. I'm tired of trying to reason with someone who's unreasonable. Now, that's a strong claim, but what mother is in court with a bulldog? Who let the bulldog in court? Why would a mother need a bulldog to go to court to? Oh, okay. Mm, let's continue. Maybe it's not leaning the way we think it's leaning. Dang, good news, bad news, all in the same day. That's what's. Let me see. Can we see this? No, I hope not. Probably was supposed to be showing it. Let me see this. Bad news. Oh, we got time. She. I have attached a disciplinary email for one of the little people and a warning email from the other one's teacher. This chaos and bad behavior has to stop. I emailed you a few weeks ago about my concerns about boys getting in trouble at school during your 7 days. Peep the plot, peep the setup. It's been This is 3/6. It hasn't been a month. It could have only been 2 weeks because it's on 1 week off, 1 week in. So it had to been 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and it's not 7 days. It's only 5 for school. They're coming off a spring break. This is magical. During 7 days, she, is there any consequences for their actions? Are you addressing the issue? Prior to the custody battle, she puts, you ensued. The kids were not constantly in trouble with their principals and teachers, and there was definitely no one getting suspended. I have tried to be patient throughout this transition. However, I'm no longer able to be a bystander. Man, this is entertainment to me. I don't know about y'all. Trying to communicate with you like a rational person is impossible. I don't get what you're trying to do, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Who invented this catchword that's running through the United States about women being exhausted? I know men work at the coal mine don't use this word. I know brothers who run track don't use this word. But all right, the children's principals and teachers are exhausted as well. Well, there's more of them. Okay. The mayhem, who's talking? Is this a cartoon sheet? The mayhem you've caused at the kids' school is unwanted and embarrassing. Man, Cap, brother. There's no need to complete any of your paperwork as I will be filing my own. Here we go. I am not sure what it will take to have things stable for the kids, but I am willing to explore all options. You asked for 7 days, you got it. You don't want to pay child support, you don't. You don't want to provide health and dental, you don't. We just got to call the cap on this one because we established he's a veteran. What else, she? What else do you want? What's your next request? Because everything you think will make you happy somehow is never enough. She, please make up your mind so we can move on and raise our kids. He, here's a tip. Go to the school and check on your children. That would be the smart thing to do. He, you said the principal and the teachers are exhausted with your kids, and you didn't have a problem with that. That makes you transparent. He, you not for the kids' well being. If so, you know they're being retaliated against. He, let's meet the school tomorrow, 8 a.m., to rectify the situation. That would be responsible. No, he didn't request everybody go to the school and have a meeting like adults. She, you're ridiculous. I said they are tired of you. She, I had a parent teacher conference with little person's teachers last Friday. Now, why wouldn't you invite the parent who's they're having all the problems at he house? Yes, during he week. Oh, snap a minute. I had a parent teacher conference and I've talked to the assistant principal this afternoon and got so and so back in school. That's that's cap. They are my main and only concern. Trust. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing. I'm about the business of my kids always. I keep you updated and connected with what they're doing and what they have going on. Not because I like you, but because I love them and want them to be successful, period. Sounds good, but when you purposely separate them and then try to play like you're prom, shoot, you should go to the school and try to build relationships with their teachers and principals. That would benefit your kids. There is no way you should be at odds with everybody at that school. Do better. Do better. Do better. That's some feminist. Y'all better stop playing. You should go to the school and try to build relationships. For anybody who was just listening, we all know this. We just heard it. We watched the plot develop 2 seconds ago. She was talking about how good of a who used to do what. Oh, we got a reply. I didn't know. We're going. How did you get him back in school? I didn't receive any info, he says. He, everyone, huh? Funny. I've barely been there. To the school, I'm assuming. Looks like your handiwork that continues to fail. God bless me indeed. That's what he wrote. She, stop. Just stop. Yes, the assistant principal called you to let you know to bring him back tomorrow. He said he didn't answer and asked me to give you the message. He said you didn't answer and asked me to give you the message. Why would he call you? I mean, why would he call he if you was the one who, okay, maybe whatever. She. Yes, everyone you've come in contact with. What? Doesn't is exhausted by he? Dads. Why would they be exhausted? Anyway, episode 4, we pick up. We pick up. And you know the pickups are often interesting. It's 319. Peace.